cross country and track and field team for the last 4 years. This past year, I had the privilege of being a captain of both the girls cross country and the girls track team. I remember the first week of track this year like it was yesterday. Excitement filled the air after our canceled season last year due to COVID. The first 2 days of track were very successful, but the third day we showed up for practice and there was a boy warming up and practicing with us. We knew this boy as he was a member of the boys cross country team in the fall. At first we didn't think much of it because we figured if a boy were going to be joining the girls team, surely someone in a higher position would have informed us first. Sadly, we were mistaken. This boy showed up to practice every day and continued to run with us, and no one ever said a word to us about it. We were all definitely confused, but we figured in time someone in authority would say or do something to explain to us what was going on. Eventually, after hearing rumors at school, we discovered that this boy was now identifying himself as a girl. And because he had changed his gender identity, he was now allowed to be in our locker rooms and compete with us during races. This upset many of the girls on my team. As a captain, I felt called to talk to my coach on behalf of them. I stressed to him that the locker room situation made many of the girls feel uncomfortable, and that he should not be allowed in when we were changing. My coach simply told me that he was not allowed to talk about this issue with me. As the season progressed, dealing with the issue of a boy who identifies as a girl slowly got harder. None of us understood what was happening. Many of us have heard about these issues happening in other places, but we were all shocked when it happened here at Henfield. I guess we thought maybe someone would have talked to us about it, or asked us how we felt and if we were okay, but that never happened. And then when we tried to talk to our coaches and principals, they didn't offer much support or help. It felt like our thoughts and feelings were being shut down. I don't want my words to reflect negatively on my principal or coaches, because I respect and love everything they have done for me throughout the years. But I think I can speak for many members of my team when I say we all felt pretty abandoned this year, and that hurts. I want to first make everyone aware that I love and care for this person. Throughout the whole season, I went out of my way to talk to them in the hopes of forming a friendship. I know this has been a hard time for them too. I can't imagine going through something like this. However, it does not justify the discrimination that the girls' team had to carry this year. It was hard for me every day knowing that the girls I care about most left practice frustrated and upset because no matter how hard they worked, they'd never be as fast as a biological boy. Countless times I held them in my arms because they felt like they were alone and no one cared about their problems. Everyone knows that biologically, boys have a physical advantage over girls. An advantage that doesn't go away just because you choose a different identity. In fact, advantages like this don't even go away if a boy were to take female hormones. There are ways to support everyone. The boys on the track team are perfectly capable of accepting a boy who identifies as a girl, as they did in the fall of this past year. If bullying or any unkind behavior were to occur, then there are ways to deal with that. Henfield has never accepted behavior like that on any team, and if that were to happen, those boys should be dealt with. But ignoring the girls when our rights to privacy and fairness and competition are being violated shouldn't be acceptable either. But that's exactly what happened this year. It happened at the high school in the bathrooms, and it happened on the girls' track team. This week, I told the Henfield School Board that I knew how much they cared about the girls in our school, and I asked them to not let this happen to us anymore. There are ways for schools to meet the needs of all students without allowing the violation of our rights to privacy and fairness and competition. We deserve to be able to use the bathrooms without members of the opposite sex present, making us feel scared and extremely uncomfortable. My privacy and the privacy of all girls and women does not spring into existence or cease existing merely based on what a male believes about his gender. Our privacy rights start at the door of the locker room and are not contingent on whether the male is a nice person or not. Girls should not be told that in order to be kind of supportive to any male, that we have to change or use the bathroom with them. We deserve to have fair competition on our sports teams. I asked the school to please not push this issue down the road and make more girls next year have to go through what the girls on my team went through this year. There are ways to support everyone. Any biological girl, no matter what they believe about gender, is more than welcome on our girls' team. And I know that any biological boy, no matter how they identify, is welcome on the boys' team. That preserves fairness and opportunities for everyone. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis signed a law last week limiting girls' sports at public schools to biological girls. And this is what he said. Just let me say very clearly that in Florida, we're going to do what's right. We'll stand up to corporations. They're not going to dictate the policies of this state. We'll stand up to groups like the NCAA who think they should be able to dictate the policies of different states. We won't be cowed. We will stand strong. If the price of that is we lose an event or two, I would choose to protect our young girls every day and twice on Sunday. I asked my school district in Hempfield, will you please stand and protect your young girls too? I would love for you all to join me in personally thanking Representative Martina White for her legislation to protect fairness in women's sports here in Pennsylvania, along with Representatives Barb Klein, Dawn Kiefer, Valerie Gatos, and Stephanie Borowitz. Thank you so much.